Welcome to the first ever virtual award ceremony of the Central Arkansas section of the American Chemical Society. What an exciting and challenging time for us all. This evening we honor the hard-working young people in Arkansas and some of the older people too for their achievements in chemistry. We live in challenging times. Charles Dickens' words are as true today as they were in 1789 during the days of the French Revolution. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was an age of wisdom. It was an age of foolishness. It was an epoch of belief. It was an epoch of incredulity. It was a season of light. It was a season of darkness. It was the spring of hope. It was a winter of despair. We had everything before us. We had nothing before us. We were all going direct to heaven. We were all going direct the other way. It is the best of times for us because we are alive in an exciting time. It is the worst of times because many in our country have marginalized science and truth. We depend on this next generation to help turn the world towards ethical behavior, justice for all, and a regard for all that is right and good.
At this time, just a little bit of housekeeping and rules. Number one, please remain on mute unless your name is called so as to avoid reverberations. When your name is called, we would like for you to say hello. That way your photograph comes to the forefront so that we can see who we are awarding. The ceremony is being recorded and it will be available on our website. Photographs will be taken after each set of awards. You will receive a notification on your screen that you're being sent to a breakout session. Please hit OK. When you get into the breakout session, I will do a quick screenshot, and then we will leave the breakout session with the button on the right-hand side. There will be a couple of different options. Make sure you say to return to the main session or the main room. So welcome everybody and have a very good evening.
Again, I welcome you to the award ceremony of the Central Arkansas chapter of the American Chemical Society. Before you is the agenda for the evening, beginning with the introduction of the local section officers and committee chairs. The next section of the program is devoted to honoring the amazing achievements of our Arkansas high school students. I think the students would want me to thank all the teachers in Arkansas who give their talent, time, and devotion to their students. Teaching is a noble profession, greatly unappreciated by a majority of society. We salute all those who teach. After honoring the high school students and the Teacher of the Year, we will honor those students from Central Arkansas colleges and universities for their achievements. Finally, we award to those who have given their best for advancing the field of chemistry in Central Arkansas, and close with a few announcements of interest to all. My name is Edmund Wilson, and I am the chair of the Central Arkansas section of the American Chemical Society for the year 2020. I have the privilege of working with and being friends with some of the greatest people I know. Where would our country be without these volunteer leaders who give so much of their time and talent for the common good? Okay. Sarah Hubbard is a faculty member at Ouachita Baptist University and a longtime member of the local section. She will be our chair for 2021. Sarah constantly works to share her knowledge of chemistry and goodwill. Marion Douglas has been treasurer for our section as long as I can remember. She is a faculty member at the University of Arkansas Little Rock. Marion is heavily involved in outreach to high schools and has run the Chemistry Olympiad and served as liaison for the Arkansas State Science Fair for many years. Liz Province is a chemistry teacher at Harding University and also the section secretary. Dennis is active in many outreach activities and does NASA research on water quality during solar system missions. Sharon Hamilton has become our indispensable website and social media chair. She is a faculty member at Ouachita Baptist University. Her work ethic and enthusiasm for promoting the activities of the ACS local section have been an enormous boost to the program. Marty Perry is presently a teacher at Mount St. Mary Academy and has been a pillar of strength in the local section for years, serving as co-director for 2 Southwest regional meetings of the American Chemical Society. He has also been chair of the local section and is presently our counselor to the National American Chemical Society. Last but not least is Faith Yarborough, the immediate past chair and alternate counselor. Faith is a teacher at the University of Central Arkansas and deeply involved in all the activities of the local section. She is so motivated and so dedicated that we depend on her a lot. Our local section depends on many people to keep up the activities of the section. I shall dwell on those not mentioned already. Beth Maris is a teacher at Little Rock Central High School and serves as the high school liaison. She has hosted several monthly meetings of our section at Little Rock Central and is a big promoter of chemistry at her school. Mavis Forson does an excellent job as our ACS student chapter coordinator, working with the college students at their various campuses. She is quiet but very dedicated and responsible for her part in the local section. Mavis is a graduate student enrolled at UALR and was honored by her school with the Outstanding Graduate Teaching Award. Henry North is our National Chemistry Week chair and is doing a great job. He was local section chair 2 years ago. Henry is a teacher in the School of Pharmacy at Harding University and is always on the lookout to encourage young people to dream big and create goals. Dr. Noreen Siraj is a teacher and researcher at the University of Arkansas at Little Rock. She is new to the local chapter and we are excited to see her contribution, her abilities and interest to the local section. And now I turn the program over to Dr. Sarah Hubbard.
Thank you, Ed. As we go through and honor our high school awardees, I'd like you guys to keep yourselves on mute until your name is called. When your name is called, unmute yourself, say hello, and let us know where you go to school and what year you are in high school or college. And to remind you, Dr. Yarberry will be taking photos after each set of awards, so you'll receive a notification to go to the breakout session. Click that link, and then after the photos are completed, then click the link to leave the breakout session to return to the main room. Don't leave the meeting, that'll kick you out all the way. So we're going to start off with the science fair. So first place in chemistry was Joseph Park from Little Rock Central High School. Congratulations, Joseph. Second place in chemistry, Braden Ireland from Arkansas School for Math, Science, and the Arts. Okay. And third place in chemistry was Blaine Griffin also from Arkansas School for Math, Science, and the Arts. An honorable mention went to Daniel Andrus from Clinton High School. Congratulations to our chemistry winners. For biochemistry in the science fair, first place was Giancarlo Rodriguez from Parkview Arts and Science Magnet High School. Second place was Pavan Altluri from Little Rock Central High School. right. Please join me in congratulating our science fair winners. Dr. Beth Maris will be announcing our Chemistry Olympiad top students.
Okay, so we had 93 students who participated in the Chemistry Olympiad back in March, and they represented 9 different schools around the state. The top score was earned by Kashik Simpath, who goes to Fayetteville High School, and his teacher is David Wentz. Okay, the second place, the second highest score in the region, went to Alex Borengasser, who goes to Central High School, and I was very excited to have been Alex's teacher last year.
Hi, so I'm a senior at Little Rock Central High School. Yeah.
Yay, Alex. Okay, the third highest score was earned by Faison Pare, also Little Rock Central High School, and I was lucky enough to be his teacher also. Next was Stephen Francis, who goes to Bryant High School, and Doug Van was his teacher last year. Adana Mogbo from Episcopal Collegiate was the next one, and her teacher is Chris McNeil. Okay, the next one was Lindsay Compton, who is a student, or at least last year, she was a student at Mount St. Mary's Academy. Dr. Marty Perry was her teacher. Yay. Yibing Hu from Arkansas School of Math, Science, and the Arts was the next one, and Dr. Fred Buzine was Yibing's teacher last year. Jason Huang, also from Arkansas School for Math, Science, and the Arts, was the next one, who also had Dr. Buzine for his teacher. Next, we have Megan Napier from Mount St. Mary's Academy, who was a student of Dr. Marty Perry's last year. And the last one is D'Alessandro Verdon from Parkview Arts and Science Magnet School, and Debbie Rogers was D'Alessandro's teacher last year. Congratulations to all of these winners.
So it's my pleasure to get to announce who our high school teacher of the year is. The nominator says that the best part of our awardees' teaching methods are the demonstrations that she uses, and that they really helped to spark his interest in chemistry. Also, she gives plentiful opportunities for the students to learn the material and perform well, allotting time to answer questions about homework and graded tests. And even whenever our nominator doesn't ask questions, he felt that he often would get new insight or clarify misunderstandings that he didn't even know that he had by through the explanations that our awardee gave. Additionally, awardee does not just work in the classroom. She also assists with tutoring outside of the classroom, works one-on-one with her students, and is also engaged in a very long list of extracurricular activities at her school. And this is something that's brand new in a letter we've never had before, is how well our awardee handled the coronavirus epidemic. And she was able to maintain the learning and academic stimulation of a normal school year, while helping her students to understand the complex field of chemistry. She took time and had Zoom meetings and uploaded instructional videos and worked with her students just as she would have in the classroom, again, to help prepare them for future chemistry classes that they may have and just gain a better understanding of chemistry. And above all, she brings a vibrant, uplifting teaching style to her classroom. And that then leads to undying devotion from her students. So thank you, Alex, so much for this fantastic letter. And would you all join me in congratulating Dr. Beth Marist for Teacher of the Year?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Alex. That you have no idea how much that means to me to hear your words. So thank you so much. And like I said when I was presenting the awards for the Chemistry Olympiad, I was very, very lucky and thrilled to have Alex in my class last year. He was a great student, and he is going to go on to do wonderful things. Thank you very much. So sweet and thoughtful. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm so very proud of each and every one of these young people that won an award, and certainly Dr. Marist is a worthy recipient for the Teacher of the Year. I applaud the teachers who took the time to help the students out develop their talents and skills in their families, who provided the love, guidance, patience, and desire for them to achieve this remarkable record. In this part of the program, we will honor the outstanding college chemistry students for their accomplishment. Each school will have a representative to introduce each of their students. We will start with Dr. Tawanda Simmons of Arkansas State University, BB, another valued member of our local section leadership team. Please take over, Dr. Simmons. Well, then I will just mention the two honorees. They're on the next slide. That would be Amy Dykus and Chase Smalley. And we're happy to have Arkansas State University BB represented at our awards banquet. I believe this is a first. We'll move on now to Dr. Charles Meeby at Arkansas Tech University. Is Charles here?
Yes, I'm here.
Great.
Yes. I'm Charles Meeby, the professor of chemistry at Arkansas Tech University and the chemistry program coordinator. This year we have 10 honorees from the chemistry program. Our first honoree is Jared Bristow, graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biochemistry, and he did research with Dr. Newt Hilliard. Second honoree is Benjamin Quatterbaum. Graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biochemistry. He's now a student in the College of Pharmacy at the UAMS. He was a recipient of the Most Outstanding Chemistry Student Award, also known as the David Mateo Award, which is the highest award we have given to a student here at Arkansas Tech University, the chemistry program. He was also a recipient of the ACS Physical Chemistry Achievement Award and was a senior fellow 2019-2020 academic year. The third is Fisher Yui. He graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biochemistry and has plans to attend to go to dental school. He was heavily involved in the chemistry club and also did research with Dr. Newt Hilliard in biochemistry. Next is Trenton Allen. He graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in chemical education. He actually graduated in the fall, not in the spring. He got a job right away, and he's now a high school teacher at the Rossville High School, teaching chemistry. Next is Charles Conkin. He was the chemistry club president, did research with Dr. Shajari, and right now he's a student at UAMS, medical school. He was the recipient of the ACS Organic Chemistry Achievement Award and one of the senior fellows for the 2019-2020 academic year. Next is Ashton Haley, graduated a Bachelor of Science degree in biochemistry, and right now she is a student in the College of Pharmacy at the UAMS. She was a senior fellow in the 2018-2019 academic year. Kaylee Powell graduated a Bachelor of Science degree in chemistry, in biochemistry, and I think she's also now in the College of Pharmacy at the UMS. Danielle Beavers graduated a Bachelor of Science degree in chemistry, was heavily involved also with the chemistry club. Thad Tansil graduated a bachelor's degree in biochemistry. Currently, he is a graduate student in Missouri at the Missouri University of Science and Technology. Last person here is Cody Robertson, graduated with a bachelor's degree in biochemistry and has plans to attend dental school. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Charles. I want to mention that Charles is also a valuable member of our leadership team at the Arkansas Central section. Dr. Province?
Yes. I'd like to talk about the two honorees that we have here. The first one being Elizabeth Reed. Elizabeth Reed was heavily involved in the chemistry department. She graduated just this last spring. She was a lab assistant in the department since 2018, and she was a member of the Arkansas Space Grant research team for 2 consecutive years. She worked on mitigation of microbial growth under Dr. White, and she's also done research to purify water on the International Space Station. She was one of the charter members of HUACS, which is Harding University American Chemical Society at Harding. She served as the activity director and vice president. She's currently, after getting her degree in chemistry, she is currently at the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville pursuing a PhD degree with Dr. Jingying Chen, and she has applied for a NASA fellowship grant to continue her work that she did. The second person I want to mention is Sydney Shuttleworth. Sydney is also a recent graduate of Harding University with a chemistry degree. She is from Beebe, Arkansas, and she is planning on applying to the MD PhD program at the University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences. This year she is working in Dr. Mark Smeltzer's lab, working with biofilms and a bone scaffolding. And she, while at Harding, was on the Dean's list. She won many scholarships and awards. She was a pole vaulter on the Harding track team. She also did undergraduate research. Some of her research presentations were in the identification of an unknown fat mobilizing protein, analysis of oxidative stress on fatty acids in E. coli in fish oil, and also the fundamentals and applications of liquid chromatography in tandem with triple quadruple mass spectrometry. Both of these students were very accomplished and spent lots of time doing undergraduate research and are now serving, going on to get their advanced degrees. I appreciate them both very much.
Is there a representative from Henderson State University to introduce their honored students? Okay, well, I'll read off the names. And by the way, each of the students, both high school and college, will receive a certificate from the local section denoting their honors. So Raymond Weldon was the first honoree, followed by Joseph Andrews, Caitlin Burke, and Aaron Effacedo. So we're very proud of these students and we wish them well as they continue their education. And how about Hendrix College? Do we have a representative from Hendrix College? Okay. Well, the honorees from Hendrix College are Philip Crook, Kristen North, Rebecca Parham, and Reese Mitchell. And so that concludes the two from Henderson and Hendrix. And now Sarah will take over or Sharon for Ouachita Baptist University.
Thanks, Ed. Our first honoree tonight is Alec Podguzov. Alex graduated in fall 2019 with his bachelor's degree in chemistry. He conducted biochemistry research under Dr. Tim Hayes at OBU, investigating the cellular effects that porphyrins had on cancer cells. And he was actually working in collaboration with Dr. Joe Bradshaw that our next honoree worked for. Alex has recently moved back to Russia and is currently searching for a job there. He actually moved during the height of the pandemic. So, you know, he's a tough cookie if he's able to move countries in a pandemic. Katie Shirley is our second honoree. Katie Shirley graduated in the spring with a bachelor's degree in biology and a minor in chemistry. She was our fearless leader for our ACS group at OBU this past academic year. And not only did she do a great job when we were in person, but she persevered and we were able to have some online virtual events even during the pandemic. So we were so proud of Katie and the job she did as president. She did research under Dr. Joe Bradshaw at OBU, synthesizing porphyrins that could be used as anti-cancer reagents. And Katie is now attending dental school at LSU. So she is with us tonight from the great city of New Orleans. So we're very proud of Katie, and we know she's going to do great things in the future.
Thank you, Dr. Hamilton and Dr. Hubbard. Y'all are so sweet.
I believe is Mavis Forson here tonight?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm Mavis Forson, and I'm a graduate student at ULR. And I'm just going to call out the names of the awardees for University of Arkansas at Little Rock. And the first person is Carol Borman. She graduated in spring. She majored in biology and minored in chemistry. She worked with Dr. Ali, where they studied SKBR3 breast cancer cells. They performed toxicity studies on them using nanorods and certain cancer drugs. She was on the Dean and Chancellor's list. She became the first student. She took the first place in the Signature Experience Award for her category. She graduated with magna cum laude. And actually, currently, she is with Dr. Megan. She's as a clinical assistant at the Baptist Rehabilitation Institute. And she is trying to apply to graduate school. And her dream is to become a physician assistant. The second person is Caroline Cornelson. She's just the immediate past ACS president. She graduated this May 2020. She was a dance major and a chemistry minor. She did research with Dr. Siraj and Dr. Tito. They synthesized esters of betaine using green method and tested them for surfactant properties. She also did a drug delivery research in New Zealand during the summer 2018. She also graduated with summa cum laude. She had received the Frank Lamar Award. She was the ACS Organic Chemistry awardee, and she was a Donaghy Scholar. She is currently applying to medical school, and currently she is a ballet dancer. And our last awardee is Robert Hill. So Robert graduated in spring 2022. He was chem major and math and biology minor. So he had 2 minors. He did his research with Dr. Siraj. So they were learning how to use ionic liquid for cancer therapy. He graduated with summa cum laude. He received the ACS Outstanding Senior Award. And currently, Robert is in medical school, first-year medical student at St. Louis University School of Medicine in St. Louis. They were all great people. Robert passed his MCAT 99%. So they were all really involved in the chemistry department. They were hardworking, and congratulations for being awarded. Thank you.
University of Central Arkansas.
Yes, I'm here. Okay, good. All right, so I want to honor some of our honor graduates from last semester. We didn't get a chance because the banquet was canceled. I'm glad we're doing this now because they all deserve recognition. The first one I want to honor is Camille. She worked for Bill Taylor, and she was an honor graduate earning distinction in research for us, and she served the department many years working in our front office, helping students, in and out in the flow of the semester, and a great help for us for, I think, 3 years she worked in the office. So I want to recognize Camille first. And then Alex. Alex was our distinction in academics, so he graduated basically top of the chemistry class, and he did research for Dr. Rick Tarka, some organic chemistry research. And Josiah Johnson, he did work for Tori Dunlap, some biochemistry research, and he received the award for distinction in research as well for performing research for close to 3.5 or even 4 years if you count, the summer after he graduated. So did a lot of research and has a publication to his name from it. So good for Josiah. Joseph Snyder, he was our top awardee last semester. He was awarded the Jerry Mannion Award. And he is one of the most phenomenal students I've ever known in my time at UCA. He's currently at the University of North Carolina pursuing his PhD, so I expect great things from him. I hear from him occasionally still, and I'm expecting great things in the future. He did some inorganic chemistry research for Lei Yang, and he was one of our chemistry honors graduates. He graduated with chemistry honors, so he had defended his thesis successfully, and he was awarded the Most Outstanding Thesis Award as well. And he was our president of the ACS Club last year. Next is Johnny Moline. He worked for me, so he had that unfortunate distinction. But he was one of the other winner of distinction in academics, finishing towards the top of his class. I think he's one of our 4.0s at the end of the day, which is remarkable. So we had 3 of them this time around, and that's pretty crazy. He was accepted to Colorado State University, but he's decided to take a year off until the pandemic settles down. He wants to be close to family for the year. He deferred his admission, but he'll be going there hopefully next fall to kick that going again. So I expect good things from Johnny as well. Angel Yang, she also worked for me. She is currently at the University of Minnesota pursuing her PhD in medicinal chemistry. She also defended an honors thesis successfully. She was one of the honor graduates. She won a multitude of awards, so I'll go through them. Distinction in academics, she's one of our 4.0s, summa cum laudes. Distinction in research, she worked for me for over 2 years, and she made tremendous progress in her work, and we're currently writing a manuscript for her. Distinction in service, she was the Student Worker of the Year at UCA. Let's see, she was the ACS Organic Chemistry Outstanding Student as well. And she was our treasurer in the ACS Club last year as well. So Angel was a truly remarkable person. She was going to be here, but turns out in Minnesota, she has a 6 p.m. lab she has to TA. So she's over there right now, TAing at 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. So God bless her for that. Okay, and then next one, we got Jess Alvarez. So there's the trend here. Jess also works for me. I got some outstanding students that work for me. She is our current president of the ACS chapter. Last year, she was vice president. And she was an ACS Leadership Awardee, and she literally just got accepted to UAMS Pharmacy School about 2 weeks ago. So congratulations to Jess, and I'm also expecting great things from Jess in the future too, and another year of productive research. Adrian Brown, there's a lot of people on this list. So Adrian, he's currently working for Dr. Tori Dunlap, who just started some biochemistry research. He started last semester, but pandemic happened, school shut down, and he got like 3 weeks of work in. So he's basically starting from scratch this semester. He's currently our safety officer for our ACS club. He has a 2-year term. He was at last year as well. Adu, he is currently working for Dr. Tori Dunlap as well. He is graduating this fall, actually, with dreams and sights set on med school. We just did our pre-medical interviews last night, so I was a part of that. So it was good to see him at those interviews. he was one of our secretaries in our club last year. Hayden Brown was another secretary. He did work for Dr. Bill Taylor. Currently doing work for Bill Taylor. He's graduating this spring. I'm not quite sure what Hayden's future plans are. I haven't actually asked him about that yet. I got to do that this semester. I keep meaning to. But he's an all-around good guy, and he was a secretary last year, and he was too busy this year to take a future role, so he had to stop with the club, but he's still involved. Maddie Peters, so she works for me. She is graduating this spring, and she's our current vice president in the ACS club. Last year, she was one of our what was Maddie last year? One of the secretaries, I think? Yeah, okay.
I was a secretary.
Yes, thank you. It's so jumbled. There's so many people. She's doing some good research for me, and I got a whole year out of her to do some research as well. Right now, she is working through the application for pharmacy school for UMS, so I anticipate she'll get in there. So hopefully she'll have that bright future ahead of her, too. Oh, God. Okay, let's keep going. All right, we have a Psi Scholar to announce, so I'm very excited about this. So Sarah Friedman was a Psi Scholar. So I guess I'll go through this. Am I talking this? Okay. Yeah, I'm prepared. So developed by the Society of Chemical Industry, it provides a paid industrial summer internship and $1,000 to use towards professional development or participation in a scientific meeting. This was actually kind of weird this year. They knew there were going to be no meetings, so they actually I think they gave them money for additional salary for these students, which was really nice for them to do. So I really like that they gave out that $1,000 from them. They didn't just, scroll it away for a rainy day. They gave it out still. You need 3.5 GPA to be considered for this, and also demonstrate flexibility, self-motivation, and critical thinking skills. It's quite an application process that I helped our Psi Scholar go through and win. So we can talk about that. So our winner this year was Sarah Friedman. She also works for me. There's a lot of people that work for me. So this is a really cool story. So she went to work for Karis LLC in LaSalle, Illinois. One funny thing is they thoroughly enjoyed her southern accent. Sarah's got a pretty thick Arkansas accent, and they thoroughly enjoyed that. And, it's just a kind of good ribbing going on there. And she enjoyed the northern accents. But she enjoyed her time there so much, she came back to school and told me she now wants to be a chemical engineer. So she's putting the application process through. She's getting the applications going, and hopefully, I anticipate her getting to a bunch of schools and having her choice of where to go. She's truly an outstanding student. She's graduating a year early this spring, which I'm also bitter at because I lose a year of research from Sarah because she wants to graduate a year early. But that's just tremendously impressive to get a chemistry degree an entire year early. So kudos to Sarah and congratulations.
This is a wonderful thing. I'm sorry that more students aren't here to be recognized tonight, but I appreciate the ones that have. And the next thing that we're going to cover is the Professor of the Year. And I think that the people at Ouachita have a letter or something that they might want to share with us. Is that correct?
Actually, I'm going to do it. So let's see. The letter was actually quite lengthy. This individual was recognized as being one of several outstanding instructors, but the chapter felt like it was extremely important that they recognize and nominate this individual for the Outstanding Professor of the Year award. This individual is an organic chemist, and although they are just beginning their 5th year of instruction at the university, they have impacted the life of everybody that they have crossed paths with. The students indicate that they value the impact of their undergraduate careers as well as this person's quirky and optimistic personality. This individual encourages students within their research team to present and share their research at every symposium or meeting available, further developing the student communication and professional abilities. It also indicates that the student body is most appreciative that this individual is a faculty advisor for the student ACS chapter. And one of the key things is that this individual is adored largely by the student body for the relationship that they strive to create with the students. while teaching is a passion, it states that according to them, their favorite part of the day is just talking with the students once class ends. This individual is known for having fun conversations with students in the lounge at the end of the day and will help answer any questions the students have, regardless of how silly or serious those questions may be. So the Professor of the Year, Dr. Greg Nomiak from University of Central Arkansas.
Thank you so much. I have to talk again. Didn't hear enough from me. Thank you to the students that nominated me. You make my job the best job in the world. I really do enjoy the end of the day where I'm just sitting in my office full of students and we're just talking about life. And that's what I missed most this semester, where we can't do that right now, but hopefully we get back to normalcy sometime soon and I get my room overflowing with students once again as we just talk about our day and what's coming next. So I am deeply honored and deeply touched. Thank you all so much for your support, and hopefully, I'll be there for, next, 3-4 decades, and always giving my best to you and the students after you. So thank you so much.
This is such an honor, Greg, and I'm really excited about your getting that award. And you keep up the good work and help improve the people's attitudes towards chemistry professors.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Faith Yarberry, our past chair, organized this event. She is always on the job promoting chemistry in the American Chemical Society. Faith was our chair last year, and I know how hard she worked to make it a success. She is working this year just as hard and already working on next year. This is the kind of people that I get to be around. I am a better person because of Faith, and the Arkansas local section is better because of Faith and all the others. On behalf of the Central Arkansas chapter of the American Chemical Society, I want to thank you for your dedication, work, planning, and devotion to the local chapter.
So I love working with the local section. I love working with my ACS group, and I love chemistry. So I expect to stay around for the local section for many years to come and continue working with all of these wonderful chemists that I get to meet.
Okay, well, that's wonderful. And Faith, we all love you and appreciate your work that you're doing. Keep up the good work. You're an inspiration for all of us. It is my distinct honor and privilege to announce the Volunteer of the Year to this great audience. This volunteer has helped in so many ways to make our local section better able to serve. The communication skills and the enthusiasm brought to the local section has been significant. I can say that the vote leading to this award was unanimous. The 2020 Volunteer of the Year is Dr. Sharon K. Hamilton of Ouachita Baptist University. Dr. Faith Yarberry placed her name on the list of choices. This is what Faith said: Sharon has truly stepped out to help out the Central Arkansas section in so many ways. The predominant way is through the development of a dynamic website and her active promotion of events through Facebook. She has been instrumental in assisting in the development of activities and asking wonderful questions to help guide us. I could say so much more, but I think that she is ideal for this award. Congratulations, Sharon. You will receive a plaque shortly. Would you like to say a word?
Yes, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. It's always nice to be recognized, and we've had so many honorees tonight. It's an honor to be recognized with all of them. And I enjoy doing the website and our social media. If you're looking to get involved, we can definitely find a place for you on our PR committee. So just reach out to me and we'll get you set up. And check out our website if you haven't. Might as well use this as an opportunity to keep getting the word out about the Central Arkansas section.
Okay. Okay, well, now we're down to almost our last item on here, and that's to honor those that have been members of the American Chemical Society for 50, 60, and 70 years. It is my pleasure to publicly announce members who have served for so many years. They will receive a certificate in the mail soon commemorating this great event. And guess what? After 50 years, you don't have to pay any more dues. Thank goodness. Each person is encouraged to share a bit of themselves with this audience. I know all of these people, by the way. Nancy A. Marley is a great atmospheric and climate change chemist with a wide variety of experiences. I personally know Nancy because we share the same research interests. It is such a pleasure for Nancy to join the 50-year club, of which I am a member. Nancy, would you like to say something to us today? I don't think she's here. The next member is Dr. Carl D. Straub, is also an acquaintance of mine. He led a large NSF grant several years ago, and I interacted with him on that. He has joined the 50-year club. Carl, would you like to say anything at this time? The 60-year club is my next objective. Today we're celebrating the admission of two gentlemen. When I say gentlemen, they are gentlemen in the true sense of the word. These are both outstanding scientists and educators, ethical beyond reproach, dignified and respected. The first is Brian D. Palmer, Distinguished Emeritus Professor of Chemistry, who received his PhD from the University of Arkansas, Fayetteville, and taught many years at Henderson State University. Dee, if you are here, would you like to say something? Okay. The other 60-year member being honored is J. Lyndall York, another big supporter of the local ACS section. I am particularly acquainted with Dr. York as he is an alumnus of Harding University and received his PhD from Johns Hopkins University in only 4 years. Lyndall taught many years at Arkansas Campus for Medical Sciences. He was the former chair of our local section and was an outstanding physiological chemist. You here today, Lyndall? He's been to almost every awards banquet we've ever had. And then I received the certificate of 70 years of service for Mary L. Good early this spring after she passed in November. Mary was an extraordinary human being, born in Grapevine, Texas, and moved to Williston, Arkansas at an early age. She went to University of Central Arkansas and did her graduate work at the University of Arkansas, Fayetteville. Good contributed to the understanding of catalysts such as ruthenium, which activate or speed up chemical reactions. Good served as Undersecretary for Technology in the United States Department of Commerce from 1993 to 1997 under President Bill Clinton. She briefly served as Acting United States Secretary of Commerce in April of 1996. Good received a number of significant awards, including the Garvan Olin Medal, the Othmer Gold Medal, the Priestley Medal, the Vannevar Bush Medal, and the Heinz Award in Technology, the Economy, and Employment. Good was the first woman to be elected to the board of the American Chemical Society in 1972. She was elected ACS board chairman in 1978 and 1980 and became the American Chemical Society president-elect as of 1996 and serving as president in 1987. She retired, but the University of Arkansas at Little Rock pressed her back into service to start what is known as the Cyber College. I could go on, but I think you have some idea of the magnificence of this woman. We will miss you, Mary Good. Okay, I have asked Dr. Faith Yarbury to give the announcements. Faith, will you please take over?
The very first announcement is that March 15th, I believe it is, March 14th, check our website. We are hosting our first ever beer brewing competition for the Central Arkansas section of the American Chemical Society. And we're super excited. It's going to be held at the Rail Yard. If you want to provide a brew of your own, there is a form on our website that you would complete. But we will hope that whether you are brewing or whether you are just sipping, that you all come out and enjoy the beer brewing competition. It'll be on a Sunday from 2 to 6 p.m. at the Rail Yard, which does provide food. I am going to come back to the next one momentarily for the Partners of Education with Forest Heights in STEM. And instead, I want to move on to some officer nominations and elections. We will be having officer elections later on this fall, and there are some positions that need to be filled. One is the chair-elect. Our current chair-elect, Sarah Hubbard, will be moving into the chair position beginning January 1st, and we need somebody to move into the chair-elect position. So if you have the desire to be involved in the local section, the chair-elect is a wonderful way to get involved. The treasurer position is also open. Right now we have one individual that has put their name forward, and that is me. The treasurer is responsible for maintaining the monies associated with the local section, and it is a long-term position. It's a 2-year position minimum, but we really want somebody that's going to remain active for a long period of time in order to make sure that the treasury stays solvent. And then we have the alternate counselor position, which I'm currently serving as, that I would move from if I become treasurer, and we have one nominee, and that is Henry North. The alternate counselor basically takes over for the counselor, who is Dr. Marty Perry, if he is unable to fulfill his duties at national meetings. We also have a couple of, if you don't want one of the officer positions, there are some committee chairs that are open. The nominating committee chair is opening up for this year. And also, if anybody would like to serve as the Chemists Celebrate Earth Week committee chair, those two are great ways to get involved in smaller capacities, and then you can gradually move into roles that are the chair-elect or the chair position if you so desire. So the very last thing I would like to do is come back to the Partners of Education with Forest Heights in STEM. We are now partners in education with the Forest Heights STEM Academy, and we are going to be working together to mutually enrich this partnership that benefits the Little Rock School District.
Wonderful.
And with that, that is all the announcements that I have at this time. And so I will pass it back to Ed Wilson to close us out. And then I will move us all into breakout rooms to get some quick photographs.
Yes, so don't close that. Don't leave this meeting until you've been to the breakout sessions. But we're going to conclude the meeting with this thought. Thank you all for coming tonight. We all have a challenge beginning now to do all we can to make our country and our world a better place. May God bless you all, and good night.